And I think it's worth spelling out that it's worth doing that deliberately, as in on paper. We sat down, our co-founding team of 3, and we sat down and we mapped out on paper and made a PowerPoint presentation of our values and our behaviours before we put our brief across to you. So it was part of the process. It was like, right, first we actually need to make sure that when we get into this interviewing process, when we select somebody, we're able to turn around and say to them, while they're considering the job, here's who we are and here's what we believe and what we stand for. And so to do that, we did it before we wrote the briefs and mapped out what we needed and what order we needed people in and how we were going to hire. We sat down and we did our value document. We thought really hard about it. We sat in this very same room and spent a couple of hours wrangling over a specific word. And it was really interesting because then when we were going very fast, it will surprise everybody to know. We were going very, very fast, and so therefore we needed to hire very, very quickly, which is why I was like, send me all of them. Don't spend time shortlisting. And we did group interviews.
Which you regret, right?
No, I don't.
Okay.
It was fun. I'm nosy.
Okay.
I wouldn't have done it as my first way of hiring. I mean, I've hired people before.
But
we even
learned.
did group interviews, right? We did 2 batches of group interviews. Again, it was brilliant. It worked out super well. I wouldn't do that for your first hire. But then we were able to, we selected a candidate straight away. We sent out the values document. And she came back to us. You know, she had some decisions to make, but she said that value document was the thing that made her feel this is a serious professional organisation. I align with that. I'm willing to take a risk on that company. Because the fact is, when you're a startup and you're hiring people, you're the risk, not them.
That's very true, actually. But I would also say that graduates come in full of enthusiasm and full of wanting to make a difference, and they don't really think of values. It's not right at the top of they're thinking, oh, how much am I going to earn? What difference can I make? So getting in there early, and this is definitely a top tip, to hire for values. Make sure that your values are on your advert.
Yeah.
Make sure that the language is good that you're using. And I like the way you said earlier, and we encourage employers to do this. Don't specify too many background qualification stipulations. Why would you do that? You're then narrowing down your likely pool. You want to keep that really open, because people have all sorts of skills. They don't necessarily go to university to get them. So you can say we would prefer a background in this, but it's not vital. Or any background degree or any background can apply as long as you have the skills to do the job. That's what counts. So I was pleased that you had managed that. But definitely put your values on there too, because that's a wonderful conversation to have during the interview.
Yeah.
And you can go online and find some very clever questions that you can ask to bring out their values, to make sure they do align with yours. And then if you match them with competency questions as well, you're going to get a very nice round picture and contribute to that objective decision that you want to make.